we're just gonna jump right into this. Okay. The United States and Israel bombed Iran, assassinating, killing the top level leadership. Here's the reaction from the Iranians. Okay, so she's not crying for the supreme leader. She's happy. She's happy that the leader of Iran was just bombed. Okay. All right, now, and this is London.
He's dead. How are you feeling?
Amazing!
Yeah?
If he's dead!
He is. They've confirmed it. How are you
Such a
feeling?
fantastic feeling. Unbelievable. Very happy for the Iranian people. Very happy.
It's a great day for Iran and Iranians everywhere. It's a great day for freedom, and it's a very emotional night.
Emotions.
I'm so happy.
He's dead.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
There you go. It's emotional here. The people are free for the first time in decades.
I love you, Trump. I love you, Trump.
How are you guys feeling?
But he did.
All right, so you're seeing reactions from different parts of the world. Okay, this is North America. All right, Iranians chanting, "Thank you." Intergalactic Wrangler, we see you. All right, so that is celebration, okay, happening all over the world. But then again, the weirdos show up to spoil the party.
U.S. imperialism.
When Iran is under attack, workers stand up, fight back.
When Iran is under attack, workers stand up, fight back.
Yeah, so the weirdos come out. Now, here's a New Yorker.
Piece of shit!
All right, so the guy screaming is a New Yorker who essentially got fed up with the insanity. And let's hear what he has to say to the protesters protesting a tyrannical regime, okay, that pours acid on women for not covering their hair. They're protesting that that regime was taken out.
You have no idea what the fuck you're talking about! Yes! You're a fucking moron! And all you retarded idiots here are fucking brain dead! Do not feed the troll! Do not feed the troll! Down with occupation! Up with liberation! You gotta get laid! You're a retard! You are all morons! You are all dumbasses! But other than that, you're okay. You're just so fucking stupid! No, you're just dumb. Over base how dumb you are. Bro, you love fighting wars, huh? You love wars. You love wars, bro. Fucking dumbass. You're all dumbasses.
All right, so Intergalactic Wrangler is in the chat. It's been a while. It's great to see you back in the chat. Okay, he says he's ready to get his truck inspected. Well, it's great that you're joining us from where you are. Okay, so this is the insanity that we're seeing. Okay, first off, and I'm going to read Intergalactic Wrangler's chat first. It says even Hillary said she'd attack Iran if she was president. So many of these people protest and have no clue what's really going on. Yeah, because they have been brainwashed. If you watched the video that we released last night, finally I just had to come to the conclusion that people have been so manipulated by media, by Hollywood, by the Democrat Party, that they can't think for themselves. They 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 repeat the mantra of the week. Okay, they repeat the mantra of the week.
And they
First
have
off,
no education about history. Zero.
zero. Zero. First off, if you bring up the fact that Hillary said that she would attack Iran, they pretend like it never happened, like it's fan fiction. Okay, so you mentioned, okay, so you guys are pro women's rights. Okay, they say yes, we are, and they're like, okay, so you support a regime that pours acid on women for not covering their hair. And then these idiots, oh God, I thought I thought I had been reformed because I stopped calling people idiots and morons last year. I was like, okay, we're going to stop doing that. But
That's
this guy is
no
busy screaming.
explanation for them.
He's busy screaming, "Don't feed the troll!" Like I don't. I honestly did not expect that these people were going to jump out of the closet and support a tyrannical Iranian regime that pours acid on women for not covering their hair or wearing a hijab, that throws gay people off rooftops. I was holding out hope that these people were not that brain dead.
Oh, they are. We need to bring back mental institutions because these people need a home.
Look, this isn't, if you're watching and you're wondering, okay, so why is this African ranting? It's because I believe that people should have basic common sense. If you can't think for yourself, pick up a book on history. Read a book on history. Oh, meanwhile, if you like this what you're seeing so far, please like and subscribe. I have to remember to say this because I keep forgetting, because the news has gone insane. The news is so insane that I can't believe I'm seeing what I'm seeing. Okay?
They
I can't.
are all out. Forget Trump. That they have lost all perspective of reality.
It's crazy. Okay, now
They're like the emperor running around totally nude saying he's got the finest clothes on.
all right. And then when someone like this tells them that they're naked,
Oh my God!
We are done with the
And this city's taxing you and falling apart. And you can
so there's that.
And there's no Iranians in that crowd.
God forgive. No. Like no, they look Iranian. I don't want to believe that they are. I don't want to
There's no
believe that they are.
Iranians there.
I don't want to believe
If
they are.
there's Iranians there, they are the Ayatollah's Iranians that we need to capture and put in prison.
That guy says hands off Iran. Like the people, we just played videos of Iranians celebrating. The first one was the one that basically inspired me to do the video that I released yesterday. I saw that video and I was like, whoa. Like
This is speaking louder that someone is orchestrating this behind the lines to cause chaos.
Yeah.
Because they're not paying attention to what's really going on.
Yeah. Guys,
They
let's
have
know
no
your thoughts.
clue.
Yeah, guys, let's know your thoughts in the chat. Intergalactic Wrangler says it's all because of their hatred for Trump, no matter the cost. It is suicidal.
Yes.
It's suicidal. Look, guys, if you don't agree with a president, but he's doing things that protect you, okay, you just have to agree that, okay, he's doing something that is good because it's protecting us. However, I don't agree with these policies. Keep your arguments on policy, not on personality.
They've taught these people to go on their feelings and that they're above the fray. They
It's
have
just
been so brainwashed that we need to open our mental institutions to undo their brainwashing.
yeah. All
Their
right. So
brains are going to mush.
all right. So Tim Kaine, Tim Kaine says this about this entire look. I don't blame anyone, okay, who's like never cracked open a history book and is being misled and eventually like they've never had the opportunity to hear the truth. But I do blame people who have access to the internet and would refuse to do any research for themselves. Okay? Now, here's Tim Kaine. Here's what he says.
And is in compliance with the law.
Absolutely, he is not. This is an illegal war cannon because the representative cited a statute, but he neglected to mention the Constitution, and the Constitution can't be changed by statute. The Constitution says no declaration of war without Congress. The president has called this war.
Now, let's
Patricia,
go back to Democrats, two of them. First one, President Truman committed troops to Korea without Congress declaring a war. He also enacted the draft to send them there. Now, in Korea, we lost 36,574 members of our military from that action. Then later on, LBJ comes along and sends American troops to Vietnam without Congress declaring a war, cost us 58,220 souls.
wow.
And he enacted the draft without a declaration of war.
Are those Republican and Democrats or both Democrats?
They are both Democrat
Okay.
presidents.
Okay.
Both. And those wars went on for years. We've still got troops in Korea. And that's why Trump says no long wars.
Mm-hmm.
And really, that 30 days, they did that during Vietnam and renewed it every time it came up.
Yeah.
And that war was never declared.
Isn't it convenient that Democrats know how to play this game because the media is running cover for the Democrats?
And do you know what's
Let's call it out.
The worst thing is Kane was around during Vietnam. And he knows it.
Okay, I'm
So
breaking
he ain't
out.
doing nothing but lying through his teeth.
I'm breaking out the word I haven't used in almost 3 months. These people are evil.
Yes, they are.
All right, so let's keep listening to. I miss Tony. Tony should have been on this show, but he couldn't make it. He should have.
Of this war against Iran. The president can act to imminently defend the United States against imminent attack if that happens without congressional approval, needing later ratification by Congress. But if you're going to initiate war, you need Congress. The president not only did not come to Congress to seek a debate or vote, he acted without even notification to the vast majority of us.
No, I think
Now, there was no threat to America from Korea or Vietnam. No threat.
this is it's insane, okay, but then again, it's politics. So guys, don't take these liars seriously. Okay,
And
don't
Kane
take
is an
don't take them
arrogant
seriously.
liar. Kane is a very arrogant liar. Very arrogant.
Yeah, it takes a very special degree of hubris to lie to millions of people watching you who have their phones and can fact check you, and you do it with a smile on your face, knowing that you have enough brainwashed voters and enough of the media pushing a narrative that keeps you elected.
An
It's
intergalactic angler, I predict that the Iranian war will be over before the 30 days comes up.
yeah.
And
Now,
he did notify them. Yes, he did.
yeah, he notified the is it the Gang of Eight? That's what they're called. The Gang of Eight is a special group that has that I don't know what they do, so maybe I have to read up on that.
It's
But I
all
heard,
he had to do was notify the Speaker of the House and the
yeah,
Speaker of the Senate.
yeah,
That's it.
yeah. All right, so Mullins says, Congressman Mullins, I think, says this, and CNN tries to rope him into some crazy
The president
wordplay.
ran, and did the president not run on not starting a war with Iran?
He ran on two things: ending wars. He's ended 8 of them, and he also
He
ran on
started this
keeping
one.
America safe. This isn't a war. We haven't declared war. Everybody
Wait, hold on,
wants to
hold
say
on. I want to
war
play
with
the
Iraq.
Secretary of Defense, who calls himself the Secretary of War, said today this is a war. Let's watch.
We set the terms of this war from start to finish. We didn't start this war, but under President Trump, we are finishing it.
So what CNN tried to do, okay, so let's read this chat. Juan Ling says, they oppose everything that Trump does. It doesn't matter what it is, they will be against it. That's true. They were out there blocking the police from arresting child molesters and drug dealers. Exactly. Look, we're seeing the hypocrisy and the insanity in real time. And you know what? It's being televised. We're live streaming it, and we're showing. But look, it's no longer hidden. And based on what I said in the video that I released last night, I said what frightens me is that these people keep getting elected, they keep getting funding, and they keep getting the platforms that they use to spread this mental illness. Okay. Now, what CNN tried to do was they tried to rope Senator Mullins into saying, okay, President Trump says no new wars. You claim that that this is not a war. Why did he start a war? And then they go ahead and they play a video that essentially cancels out everything they said, because CNN is trying to claim that President Trump and the Trump administration started a war with Iran. No. Iran started a war with the United States in 1979.
Yeah.
You guys have been at war, but because an ocean and a half separates you from Iran, you're not feeling it.
But we weren't supposed to count their IEDs during the Iraq war.
Oh, they've been at war with the United States, attacking
we
personnel.
were not supposed to react to Iran attacking American soldiers
and embassies. So now, guys, remember, American embassies are sovereign United States soil. It is symbolic. And so if someone attacks your embassy, they're attacking you. If they kidnap your citizens, behead your citizens, or sexually assault your citizens, look, guys, CNN is playing this game because it's essentially a gotcha moment. They want a gotcha moment that the Trump administration promised no new wars. Why did they start a war? Okay, you claim that this is not a war, but the Secretary of War says this is a war, and that's all they're trying to do with this video.
Finishing it.
This is a cleanup of the Democrats. They started this in 1979 when they helped the British and the French install the Ayatollah in Iran. Yeah. That's when it started. And we owe it to the Iranian people to take the Ayatollah out.
All right. Right now, we're going to pivot, okay? We're going to pivot to MAGA, the MAGA reaction. And I'll be honest with you, war is a difficult subject for a lot of people to swallow, especially when A, you haven't seen war, B, you've lived a sheltered life, and you think that all you have to do is say pretty please and the bully will leave you alone. So we've had very disappointing shifts in tone coming from the likes of Tucker Carlson. I'm going to play this clip from Tucker Carlson, then I'll follow up with a clip from Megyn Kelly, and then I want you guys watching to let us know in the chat what you think about this entire conversation. It's not a simple conversation, guys, okay? It's not simple. If someone attacks you and declares war on you, solving that problem, especially when that person refuses to dialogue and to go through diplomatic channels, and again, they show that they are capable of lying. They tell you that they aren't doing anything to hurt your citizens or to blow up your embassies, but the money trail always leads back to you. And that has been going on for 47 years. Can you truly say that that person isn't at war with the United States? So let's listen to Tucker Carlson and Megyn Kelly, and then you guys keep your comments going in the chat. We'll read it, and then we're going to settle in, and because it's a hard conversation to have, granted, okay? But let's just go through this, and then we'll just give our honest take on the Tucker Carlson and Megyn Kelly take on this war.
It's hard to say this, but the United States didn't make the decision here. Benjamin Netanyahu did. This happened because Israel wanted it to happen. This is Israel's war. This is not the United States' war. This war is not being waged on behalf of American national security objectives to make the United States safer or richer. This war is not actually even about weapons of mass destruction, nukes, chembio. No, this war is waged purely because Israel wanted it to be waged. Why would Israel want this? We've already established that this may or may not be a good idea for Israel, but why would they want it? What was their thinking here? If it was really about the threat of Iran building and deploying a nuclear weapon or a nuclear-tipped ICBM aimed at Miami and New York, as Mark Levin told his poor listeners the other day, none of that's true. But if it was really about that, how could this threat have lasted for 40 years? How could, as Benjamin Netanyahu said yesterday, how could Iran's nuclear program been on the very verge, the cusp of building and deploying a nuclear weapon for 40 years? Well, of course it wasn't. Well, we can argue about Iran's aims with nuclear weapons. They probably wanted one. Who wouldn't want one? Look at what happens to countries that don't have one. Everyone wants a nuclear weapon. But were they actually about to get one? No. So what was the point? What is the point of this from Israel's perspective? Well,
all right, so that's
he's such a specialist that knows it all. No, he is definitely wrong. He is so stupid, it ain't even funny.
Well, let's listen to Megyn Kelly, and then we'll just tie a bow with their opposition to the war.
Look, there are massive divisions over what we've done here, and people are going to change their minds over the coming days and weeks, one way or the other. But my own feeling is no one should have to die for a foreign country. I don't think those 4 service members died for the United States. I think they died for Iran or for Israel. I think I understand how this helps Iran perfectly well. I get it. I mean, I hope. Long term, we'll see. But they seem rather jubilant. 80% of the country does not support the Ayatollah. He was a terrible, terrible man. No one's crying that he's dead. No normal person. But our government's job is not to look out for Iran or for Israel. It's to look out for us. And this feels very much to me like it is clearly Israel's war. Mark Levin wanted it. It's his war. Ben Shapiro, Lindsey Graham, Miriam Adelson. That's obvious. They're the ones who've been pushing us into this. Look, there are.
All right, so
that's now you know why they are no longer employed by Fox News.
Well, you see, now I want to say this graciously. I forgot to bring in Nick Fuentes because he had his take, and his great pearl of wisdom is, I'm no longer going to vote Republican anymore. I'm voting Democrat. That was his pearl of wisdom
Oh yeah.
when he was so fine. So here's what happens, okay, when people have big platforms, okay? They feel pressured to give an opinion on everything. And no one is talking about the historicity of the conflict in the Middle East. No one is talking about the fact that Iran has been hostile to America's interests for 47 years.
Yeah.
No one is talking about the fact that they held American citizens hostage for over 400
While
days.
screaming death to America in their streets.
And they've been screaming death to America for 47 years.
And
Now,
people forget the reaction in Iran when the Twin Towers hit the ground.
look, all of that happened. We saw what they're capable of with October 7th attack on Israel. Now, it's all well and good when it's happening an ocean away. But when your ambassadors and people who work in the consulates are exposed to threats like this every single year, why is it that consulates have such high security? I took my daughter to the American embassy to replace her passport a couple of months back. The security there is crazy. Just to get into and this is in Canada. It's worse in Nigeria. It's worse. An entire street is monitored by US Marines. Why did that happen? Because of Iran.
Yep.
Because of Iran. That's why that happened. I guarantee you go
But
to
ignore that fact that Iran has been killing Americans. Ignore it. We don't need to worry about that. It's not in America's best interest to take out the leader of all the terrorists in our world right now.
So my take is this, okay? Megyn Kelly and Tucker Carlson are staying with their narrative. They have a narrative that they live by. If it doesn't touch us directly in an obvious way, we shouldn't be messing with it until maybe several bombs go off near my house. And then they come on air and begin to scream about how we didn't see this coming. Okay.
They didn't realize that, yes, Iran was getting the nuclear bomb. Yes, Iran was getting intercontinental missiles. Why wouldn't they? They were hands in hands with China and Russia, who wants one of these ignorant countries to launch a nuclear war.
Yeah. So okay, so Intergalactic Wrangler says, I like Tucker, but he's so off the mark on this one.
I used to like Tucker, but his phone got rewired somewhere.
I haven't listened to Tucker in months. I haven't listened to him in months.
He's been off the reservation.
Yeah, and do you know what? I don't know why they are taking the reporting that they're doing or the commentary that they're doing in the direction they're heading in. I don't know, and I don't want to claim that I have insight into the workings of their minds. But let's have some facts at play, okay? Fact is, this is a hostile regime to the American people. Fact is, they've been behind virtually every terror attack all over the globe. I come from Nigeria. You guys hear of the Boko Haram and ISIS situation in Nigeria? It's coming from Iran.
Yes.
It's touching everyone. If it's not happening in your backyard, it doesn't mean you shouldn't care. And there are US installations all over the world. It should concern the American government that you have a hostile regime that poses a threat to all of your installations all over the world. What America has learned, especially from World War II, is that you need to be able to respond decisively and swiftly and not wait until the war is brought to your shores like they did with Pearl Harbor. You need to be able to decisively neuter whatever it is that's coming at you, possibly before it even launches.
Well, a
Okay?
lot of people didn't even know during World War II that German subs were taking out American freight liners in the Atlantic Ocean off our coast. They killed American civilians before we ever got involved in that war. And the Democrats didn't want to commit to it. And then they didn't have a choice after Pearl Harbor was hit.
Yeah. So let's watch this video, and this is a Gen Xer reminding everyone that there's a history here.
Anybody wants a war. However, this hits different for Gen X. We grew up every single night with the lead story being a number on the screen, and that was the countdown for how many days our hostages were being held at the embassy in Iran. This has been a long time coming. I think the first cuss word I ever said in public was Ayatollah Assahola. Godspeed for our soldiers.
Yeah. So guys, if you're still watching, please let us know your thoughts in the chat as we land the plane. Intergalactic Wrangler says, yeah, so Tucker is off the mark. Look, war is messy. War is
Until
messy.
the troops land. And the troops will land on Iran soil. They have to.
And Iran is not like Iraq. Okay, Iran is not like Iraq. The Iraqis, there was a large population who loved Saddam Hussein. They loved him. Then there were others who didn't like him. Okay, so it was a weird thing to do to go into into Iraq, and of course, there's the whole issue of the fact that the weapons of mass destruction was a hoax. So that wasn't a good look. But with Iran, I hope now, guys, I don't have all the information. I'm not going to claim that I have inside information into the White House. I'm not like most of these influencers who have the personal phone numbers of people who are members of Trump's cabinet and can get inside scoops on everything. I don't. But I hope that what's going on in Iran is as clean as we're being told it is. It might not be. There might be deals being made, and there will definitely be deals being made. Look, guys, I'm not a summer child. I know that for America to commit billions of dollars in attacking a foreign country to essentially trigger a regime change, there must be deals made with the people who are going to take over
further than
regime.
deals.
Yeah.
Because number one, when we went in and restructured Venezuela, what did it do? It cut off China's supply of oil.
Yeah.
When we go into Iran, that's their last resource for oil. It is going to put Russia and China in a squeeze.
So it goes beyond deals. It goes into the look, guys. However you feel about what's going on, there's stuff going on in the background that we don't know anything about. And I think in the last video, I mentioned something. I said that sometimes you look at what's going on around the world, and because we sit in our cozy homes, we pay our taxes, and we don't have to worry about what's going on halfway across the globe. We don't see the deep evil that lurks in dark places in this world.
And the Iranian people, before the Ayatollah took over, the majority of them were Christians, mostly Catholic.
Yeah.
How do I know that? Because when I was being trained at Lackland Air Force Base, we were training Iranian pilots for the Shah. And on Sunday, we went to church with them. They didn't go to a mosque. They went to a Catholic mass. And that, when you stop and you think about it, before the Ayatollah took over, the women of Iran wore swimsuits, shorts, tank tops, flip-flops, and went to bars and clubs and danced.
Tehran looked like San Francisco.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't tell the difference.
And when those three countries, with Carter, the British, and the French, put that Ayatollah in charge of that country, they gave a death sentence to Christians.
Yeah.
That's why you seen them during the uprising burn the mosque.
Yeah.
Muslims don't burn mosques.
It's interesting to watch what's going on. Intergalactic Wrangler says Iraq was broken sects of people. However, Iran is a united people.
Yes, even the Kurds in Iran support bringing the prince back.
Yeah. So guys, let's know your thoughts in the comment section. Some of you are wrapping up lunch and you're heading back into the office. I get it. So let's know your thoughts in the comment section. And don't forget to subscribe, like this video, share this live stream, and please, join the Patreon. Okay, we're moving our membership over to Patreon. On Patreon, we're going to be publishing videos that won't make it onto YouTube for several reasons, because of policies, because it's tricky with YouTube. You put something up, and because the title says something, the videos get restricted, and maybe you might not get to see it, in your feed. So we're putting most of this content on Patreon. Patricia and I and Tony and a few others will be creating long-form podcast analysis on Patreon that's available to our members. It's a members-only thing. And you know what, guys? Why should you support us? It helps us keep the lights on, literally, and it also allows me to support Compassion Canada. I started talking about that because it was something that means something to me. And this month, I looked at, because it's gotten harder and harder to support them, and I said, look, I know that I need to tell the guys who watch my content, this is where part of your money goes. Compassion Canada is an organization that helps disadvantaged and vulnerable children all across the world, in South America, Africa, Asia. And I currently sponsor one child. Now, eventually, I hope that the memberships and the funding that comes from YouTube will allow us to increase the number of children that we support. I support one child from South America, and I hope that that you will consider joining the membership and joining us to be a blessing to other children around the world. So maybe the next child that we add might be from Africa or from Asia. Maybe.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, so that is where part of the money goes. From whatever we make on YouTube, it goes there. So I want to thank you all for sticking around and watching. We're going to be back again next week, Tuesday, for another live stream. Okay, so keep that scheduled in your calendar. But most of the regular engagements and live streams, we're going to be having watch parties. Sometimes those watch parties will happen on Patreon. We're going to go live and we're going to do a live analysis, because sometimes you're doing a watch party and next thing you get hit with a copyright strike because the person who you're analyzing doesn't like the analysis you're making of their content. That's how the game is played on YouTube. So we hope that you'd consider joining us on Patreon so that we can feed you with more long form, deep analysis. I'm sure you would like to hear Patricia's historical takes on most of these things, because there are times we talk for 3 hours.
Yes.
3 hours. And we're breaking down some of these things. She's pulling up history. I'm sharing a few things that I know myself. And I say to her, this would have been a great podcast. But we want to start intentionally putting all of that on Patreon. The link to the Patreon is in the go to the YouTube channel. You see the link right there at the top bar. If you need the link to the Patreon and you don't find it there, just leave a comment and then we will make that available. All right. So Patricia, we're at the 40-minute mark. We need to cut off. So what do you have to say to the audience?
God bless America. Keep it going. The
Yeah.
world is a much safer place today.
And I agree. All right, guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Bye.